started filming an update on how we're getting on with the house, and then I started talking about bioethanol fireplaces and realised the video was mostly turning into that. So I thought I would do a separate video all about the bioethanol fireplaces. I was kindly gifted a Broadway suite by Imagine Fires. There's loads of different ones you can get. You get wall mounted ones like the one I have, freestanding, and ones that also go into a closed off fireplace. They have to be closed off, otherwise your heat is basically just going up them. These bioethanol fireplaces emit around 2 to 3 kilowatts, so they aren't designed to replace your heating but to be used alongside. My one is meant to go in our master bedroom. We haven't yet started that room, so for now I wanted to see what it was like. I unboxed it, I set it up in our kitchen dining area, and it's made the world of difference. That room is freezing because it's all external walls, but I did manage to get the heating up to 21 degrees with it. Very impressed. I've put in the firebox, it just fits in the hole inside. There is safety glass in front as well. I've added the fuel, I've added the decorative logs, and then this is the fire burning for 5 to 10 minutes, so the flames have got a lot bigger, a lot more orange as well. When I put this together, the mantle and the insert come in 2 separate boxes. So the mantle is in 4 pieces. So one here, one there, join it together, and then the top piece. The insert came as it was with the glass and the box already there. Didn't take long at all to assemble. If this was going to stay here, because it will eventually go to a different room, I would have this wall mounted. If you have any pets or young kids, I would definitely attach this to the wall. This is very heavy, so it will stand like this, but if someone was to pull it, it would fall forwards. But as is, it is fine. But for safety, make sure it is attached to the wall. On the mantle, they do say don't put anything on there, but I've used this quite a few times and I've always checked it. The middle gets a little bit warm, but towards the edges it's still really cool. So I make sure I only put things on the edges, and I do have some candles, but I have them on a book, I have them on a marble thing, so they're nice and protected. Close, just get the closing thing that they give you, put it on the slit there, put it, and it will stop the oxygen and extinguish the fire. This makes an amazing focal centerpiece. And sorry if you keep peeking that I haven't fully finished this rug. I'm making this rug myself, so if you're wondering why I have a skinny rug, it's just not finished yet. So if you glimpse that, that'll be why. This is the firebox that sits in all of the fireplaces. This holds a litre of their bioethanol fuel, so this is an example of 1 litre, so that will fill up one of these burner boxes or fireboxes, whatever you want to call them, and they will burn around 3 to 4 hours depending on the airflow of your room. What I have been doing with those boxes is I've been putting them in to my existing fireplaces that I have around the house that are all closed off. I have taken that one apart to bring that out to show you, but I'll put it together and show you what I do. You can also use decorative ceramic logs to cover up the box so it looks more realistic, but making sure you put them behind and in front of the hole, definitely not covering it so that the logs aren't actually like on fire. And obviously don't use real wood because that will produce smoke. So with bioethanol fireplaces, they are flueless. You do not need a chimney because they do not emit smoke. Let's refer to my notes. The fuel is environmentally friendly and it's from a renewable energy source produced by sugar fermentation process. The sugar comes from renewable crops like corn, maize, wheat, and it has a lower carbon footprint compared to fossil fuels. They are a real flame. This box will be inside the fireplaces. If I open up this, you can see inside. So you pour the fuel inside, making sure you do not go over the 1 litre limit. I use one of those like fire lighters, like the long ones, and I just light it at the side, and then the flame will be looking blue for maybe around 5 to 10 minutes, and then it will turn into like a normal orange looking flame. And to put them out, it's really simple. So you get sent this as well. You'll hold the end so you are nice and protected, and then you just put it closed. That's how you simply turn the fire off. These fires can be used anywhere in the home, so you can have them freestanding, like in the middle of the room by the side, or you can have them wall mounted, or as I said, you can put them inside a fireplace that is not in use. You can even use them outside, obviously not on a windy day, and outside it's not really going to emit much heat, so it's more of a like atmosphere, setting the mood rather than an outside proper heater. You can also get scented bioethanol fuel. I just go for the normal one because it's cheaper. It's clean burning, so it burns at 98% efficiency, meaning there is no nasty residue, no soot, no smoke. A very small amount of carbon dioxide is emitted into the air, but that is no different than a couple of candles burning in your room. It's always advisable to ventilate your room because obviously the fire is using some oxygen. My house is really drafty anyway, so there's always oxygen coming in, but cracking open a window, opening the door, just to make sure that you have ample oxygen supply in your room. As this doesn't combust at a high enough heat, this does not produce carbon monoxide, so you are safe. One of the most questions asked, what is the heat like? So as I said, it's between 2 to 3 kilowatts, so that's like a electric heater set on medium. Like yesterday we had the fire on, we didn't put the heating on, and we managed to raise the temperature in the room by 5 to 6 degrees. It was over like several hours, but I thought that was amazing. They do sell their fuel on their website. I have some of that, and I did also buy like a bulk load on eBay from a different company for cheaper. Decorative logs that I have here as well, they sell them as well. They also do like pebbles and stuff, but again, I think I got mine off Amazon or eBay. So I am a little bit of a bargain hunter. I will shop around and see what is cheaper, but Imagine Fires, they are the cheapest that I've come across, because I was looking into them before after my friend showed me them, and they literally are such good prices. They do sell the replacement fireboxes, which they obviously want you to use it in their fires, but I think it's safe because I've seen other companies that they sell these little fireboxes and they go into your existing like cast iron insert. I've been doing it and no problems. Just make sure it's really safe. If that falls out, you're going to set your house on fire. And other companies, they sell their fireboxes for like £150 plus. They have them on theirs as their replacement ones for I think around 70. So say it's the evening and you're a little bit cold in the lounge, instead of heating up the whole house, we have just been putting the fire on, ethanol fire in on the lounge. And then when we come to bed, if it's cold up here, you know, come to bed a couple of hours early, get into bed, put some Netflix on, and then if we light it in here, see if we've lit it in the living room, we'll have to wait for it to cool down to bring it in here. So if we had two, that's why I need to buy another one. So then we can go to bed and the room would be warm, obviously turning the fire off before you go to bed. But it's just nice to go to bed in a warm room without having to heat the whole house. So this box does belong to the Broadway suite that I have in the kitchen. I'll also show you how I will put this in this cast iron fireplace there. But I'm very, very happy with these. I'm definitely going to buy more of them myself. In our lounge, when that's done, we're going to put a cast iron insert into the fire, and I'm going to buy a box so we can have a nice toasty fire with one of these. I'm going to buy another one, so I have one in this room. This will go back into the suite, which will go into the master bedroom. And then for the kitchen, I really want to get one of the freestanding log burners, and then I'm going to get a flue, which won't do anything, but for decorative purposes will make it look like a real log burner. The house will be super toasty, and for 4 rooms, I'm definitely going to be having these bioethanol fireplaces. And now I will show you how I put it together in my fire. So it's on the grate and it does not move. It's very, very steady. I would say though, for a bedroom, the fireplaces are smaller, so it does stick out a little bit further. But in the fireplaces that you'd have in your lounge, like downstairs, that fits completely fine. Then around the fire, I will place these decorative ceramic logs. Here is a little look. You'll see I do have some discoloration on the steel box, but I can just wipe that away. So you can see I've placed the ceramic logs around it, but still making sure there is space for the fire, and making sure that when I need to close it, that it's free to close easily. This is the long lighter that I use, and then I don't think I have a lot of fuel in there, but I just lit what I had in. So at first the flames will be blue, then after a while they'll go to orange. With the decorative logs from afar, you really can't see the steel box, so the fire just looks a lot more genuine. To close the fire, you simply want to reach in with the closing tool and pull it closed. If you have any questions after this, please leave those in the comments. If I haven't addressed them, I will get back to you.